Matthew, if you can come up and quickly show us some of these capabilities. From NetSuite.
Thanks, Zach. Today I'd like to introduce SuiteOffice, a company with a global footprint. SuiteOffice provides its customers the ability to purchase products and services online. But how do they do this? In order to do so, they pose the question: to offer our customers products and services online, we need a platform to achieve that. SuiteOffice gives its customers the ability, through its B2B platform, to offer products, packaged services, and AV installation services. SuiteOffice's internal staff use NetSuite to drive efficiency and effectiveness through real-time business insight. Let's see an example of a customer who interacts with SuiteOffice. Today, a customer likes to purchase an AV boardroom package. To do this, they navigate the B2B customer portal. From here, they can navigate through audiovisual equipment, and they can see a list of equipment, including packaged services. By selecting on that item, they can see the components that are made up within that packaged service, from the TV, Polycom sound station, as well as quantity break pricing. They can also see the associated AV installation services, as well as customers' ratings and reviews who have previously purchased from SuiteOffice. Our customer today chooses to add this to the cart. In doing so, they'll continue shopping and navigate back from the package service and choose the associated AV installation services. Again, from here, they can review customers' ratings and reviews and confirm that they're comfortable with the degree of installation that SuiteOffice provides its customers. They'll choose to add this to cart, and at this point, they'll continue to check out. From here, they can review their cart and confirm that they're comfortable with all the items that they've selected. And then, as a recurring customer, their default shipping methods are automatically listed. They can choose to proceed from here and then choose a delivery method. We can see Australia's Post standard delivery rate, as well as the Express Post delivery option. Notice in real time, as a choice is made, the order summary is updating. Our customer today chooses to use the standard delivery rate and continue with their e-com experience. From here, as a recurring customer, they have the ability to purchase on the payment terms that SuiteOffice provides them. They can enter their purchase order number and view their billing address. Notice how seamlessly they're transacting with the B2B portal. On review of the order, they can confirm their address, their shipping method, their payment type, as well as the shipping method and the products that they've selected. Finally, they'll choose to place this order, where they'll receive a confirmation number for their order that they've just purchased directly on SuiteOffice e-commerce portal. Now, not only can they purchase, but they can see a full customer experience of all their order history that they've purchased over time. And we'll see that a little bit later. Let's now see how SuiteOffice uses NetSuite. I'm now logged in as a project manager, responsible for delivering the services component for this customer's order. As a project manager, I can see a dashboard full of information that I need to perform, such as key performance indicators. I can see billable hours. I can see open projects, my active projects. I can also see that recently created order that the customer has just entered. I can also see real-time reminders, tasks that I need to perform as a project manager, such as timesheets to approve and expense reports to approve. I can also see straight away that I've got 12 overdue projects. Using the navigation portlet, I'm one click away from accessing projects, resources, timesheets, expense reports, and even purchase requisitions for supply materials. But most importantly, reporting. I can see actual versus budget. I can ensure that our projects are running on time. I can see my employees' historical and forecasted utilisation. And most importantly, I can see project profitability. I can also see, as a project manager, all my projects on my dashboard. I can see for those projects the estimated, the actual time, as well as the percentage complete. Scrolling down further, I now have the ability to see charts and trends showing me time broken out by project. I can see a listing of the different milestones with conditional highlighting advising when the due dates of those milestones are due. If I come back up to my projects, I can notice in my project list that I have a recently new project created with conditional highlighting associated. Drilling into this project, I can now see a snapshot with a dashboard for this particular project. Notice, as this is a new project, currently all our KPIs are 0. But what I can see as we transact is key information such as KPIs and what that project percentage completion is, what the total hours worked this month. I can also see a Gantt chart showing me all the project tasks, their dependencies, as well as the critical path of these projects, and identifying any bottlenecks as they arise. I can see a summary of those project tasks, the overall percentage complete. I can see a P&L broken out by cost centre, the resources that are assigned, and time entries that are created. As this is a new project, our project manager now needs to resource someone to perform the works to complete the AV installation components. And they'll do this using the resource allocation chart. From this chart, they can select a different category of different technician. They'll choose the Australian technician. From here, they can see all their resources, what projects are signed, a summary of the project, as well as colour coding utilisation to ensure if there's any overruns. But what we want to do today is do a new allocation. We can select the project and utilising NetSuite skill set matrices, enter in a series of filters to identify the best candidate. We can enter in time, we can enter in the employee role as well as some available skills, in this case VoIP technology and installation. Notice as we hit submit, we'll see a filtered set of the possible employees. The skill set score shows me the most applicable match. I can see Barry has a 90% score. I can see his labour rate, his qualifications, his availability, and the fact that he's certified. So I'll choose to sub Barry onto this project. Notice the allocation chart updates in real time and I can see that project's changed. So my project manager or my resourcing planner can actually go through and assign multiple resources at once. Upon save of this process, all those projects will be updated. Let's change hats now and look at Barry, our technician that we've just associated to this project, and see how he interacts with NetSuite. Notice as soon as we log on, Barry has a streamlined role. He can see only those projects that he's assigned. Again, our Aventura AV installation project that our customer has ordered is now assigned to him and showing on his dashboard. Barry can also see real-time quick links of functions that he needs to perform, such as entering time and expenses, but he can also update his skill sets in real time as he gets new qualifications. And this is going to assist our project managers and our resource planners in future allocations and finding the right candidate. However, as Barry's on site completing the installation for this order, he wants to enter his time using his mobile device. So using the NetSuite mobile app, Barry can log in. He can see a dashboard with time that he's entered and any pending expense reports that he's previously entered. From there, he can enter a new time where he can select a customer. If he wants to search for a customer, he can type in a prefix, in this case AV install, and identify a project that he's looking for. NetSuite returns the Aventura AV installation project that we've been working with thus far. From here, Barry now selects the task that he's just completed. This case, he's going to choose the network and monitoring task. He'll enter in his duration that he's worked, being 8 hours, and he can also flag whether that is to be billable or not to the customer. Upon save, you'll notice that NetSuite updates in real time. Barry can see that project has been updated with a percent complete of now 50%. That time is also now delegated to Barry's approver, whether it's his project manager or corporate controller. Let's now change roles and look at the corporate controller's view. Barry's also now entered all his time. When I log in as a corporate controller, I can see a dashboard of how our enterprise is transacting. I can see key performance indicators such as sales, expenses, and profit, translating in the native currency of our global enterprise. I can also see real-time reminders advising things such as there's orders that need to be billed or payments that we need to deposit. However, today, Steve, our corporate controller, is interested in seeing how the United Kingdom subsidiary is transacting. So with a single click in the subsidiary navigator, he'll see his entire dashboard update. Not only has it updated to show performance of how the United Kingdom subsidiary is transacting, it is also showing it in its local currency, being British pounds. We've been working with the Australian subsidiary today, so we're going to continue with this approach. And again, using a single click, we can see our dashboard update, and looking at those same key metrics of sales, expenses, and profit, we can see how the Australian subsidiary is transacting. From the reminders portlet, we can now see that there's one sales order that needs to be billed. So from here, our controller can simply click on that link and he can see the same order that our customer entered via the B2B site. He can see the total, he can see the products, the reference number, as well as the associated project that we've been working with thus far. By selecting Next Bill, all that information transposes to the invoice. There is also now a link for the sales order number. So invoicing is a streamlined process in NetSuite. From here, the controller can see the different options to save and chooses to save and print to see the client-facing invoice. What you'll notice is not only the package services that Aventura selected being the Polycom conferencing bundle, but all its components, the Samsung TV, the monitor, camera, as well as the standard 1-year warranty that Suite Office provide and installation services on a single invoice. NetSuite truly makes product and services companies streamline their invoicing capability. If I now navigate back to the project that we looked at before, all time has been completed and invoicing has been completed. So what you'll see is our KPIs that were zeroed out earlier are now showing real-time metrics. I can see this project is 100% complete. 16 hours have been entered this month. I can see from my Gantt chart that all the tasks have also been complete. Scrolling down, I can see the project tasks, when they were complete and what date they were done. I can see the resources that were allocated and the time entries, and an overall speed dial telling me that the project completion is now at 100%. But most importantly, I can see a project profitability for this particular project broken out by cost center. I can see the labour, expenses, and materials components, as well as the overall profit and margin for this particular project. Let's jump back now as the customer on that B2B portal and log in. What we'll see from here is a listing of all previous orders that they've raised. I can also see that our order that we've just invoiced is flagged in real time, telling us that it is billed. Clicking on there, I get a quick snapshot, everything that we saw earlier, including a link to the invoice. I can see the invoice number that we raised all reconciles. The most important part, though, is that the customer can get a full appreciation of how their project is transacting in real time. In this case, we've fully completed all the tasks, and we can see that accordingly. In summary, what we've seen is NetSuite's customers transact with them online. We've then seen how Suite Office uses NetSuite's full visibility into managing its business. NetSuite transformed businesses by opening up new revenue channels and truly uses a global expansion model. Thank you for your time, and back to you, Zach.
Fantastic presentation, and Matthew, you'll be happy to know Frost & Sullivan just became a customer after that demo, so excellent job. That is actually not a demo, that's actually how it really works. I mean, it's just amazing to see those capabilities. And frankly, you only get those capabilities because you are using a single system to do many things, many applications that companies often have as separate systems, a project management system, an expense reporting system, an accounting system. You will never put Humpty Dumpty back together again in that world. And for those of you that run services companies, you know you can't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. When you have a system like this designed from the base to actually run a product and a services business, the world changes, and things that are very hard become almost trivial.